Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for being here with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. I believe that we have Jeffy joining us again today from via Zoom. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yes. Okay.
Hi, Jeffy.
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
Hello. Hello. How you doing?
Your driver wasn't willing to drive in today?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Somebody.
I may have to fire her. You never know.
Somebody on X
for another job.
pointed out that your blinds, they don't like the way that they're turned. So you might want to fix that at some point.
I don't care.
You don't care?
When the sun comes in, it's turned upward. It should be down.
Wow. All right.
Well, I like it. What if I like it that way?
Well, tough.
I really don't care. But I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up to the cleaner.
Okay. All right.
As she's driving me in.
She must be out shopping really early this morning.
That's right. Yeah. She likes to beat the rush.
All right. So, you know what's great is that Bruce Springsteen has become part of the Minneapolis story.
Yes.
I love it because, man, if there's one thing we need, it's music. New music from Bruce Springsteen.
I bet it's good, though.
Oh, you bet correctly, my friend.
I am so glad.
Streets of Minneapolis. I bet it's good.
I saw the headline, Pat, and I said, I'm not even going to listen to this.
Oh, you got to listen to
in.
it.
Yeah. Not even I'm going to do that for the show.
It's brilliant.
But you got it, huh?
Check this out. I mean, I think you're going to love it.
All right. That's awesome.
The winter's ice and cold.
Oh, my God.
A city aflame fought fire and ice neath an occupier's boots.
Oh, brother.
King Trump's private army from the DHS, guns belted to their coats, came to Minneapolis to enforce the law, or so their story goes.
Okay,
I was
come
right.
on.
It is good.
The man,
is good.
He took a Daily Beast story, read it, and put some music underneath it. Minneapolis, I don't like jackbooted thugs from Trump. It sounds like my Elizabeth Warren song.
Good.
Yeah.
I think my Elizabeth Warren song is better than that. Oh my gosh, that's
absolutely.
embarrassing.
I think it's hilarious that he had to work the word Minneapolis into a lyric.
I love it.
Minneapolis.
Well, he's been making the rounds on my algorithm lately for some of his. Some of his performances as of late.
Really?
And he looks terrible.
Oh,
I mean, really bad.
What is he, close to 80 by now? He's got to be.
Honestly,
literally mid to late 70s.
For sure he's in his 70s.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's walking around. People are, in my algorithm, it's like, looks like Biden. Walking around with this shirt unbuttoned. It looks terrible. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Boy, that was good.
He's never sounded more like Bob Dylan than in this song.
Right.
Streets of Minneapolis. Man, that 76. Is really embarrassing.
76 years old.
76.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Just sounding great. Just sounding
looking great. Still as American as ever.
Honestly, that puts the John Bon Jovi vaccine shot. That makes that actually gold.
It's one of the greatest songs of all time.
Right, that should be Rock and Roll Hall of Fame compared to Minneapolis Fire Nights.
Jackbooted thugs from Trump's private army went to Minneapolis. Oh,
you're right. He had a news article in front of him and just said, "All right, hit record, boys.
Here we go. I got some inspiration, dude."
Oh,
all right. I mean, that's either Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, or Floyd the Barber from Mayberry RFD. I'm not sure.
One and the same.
Floyd may have done it better.
Oh, Opie, you're such a fine boy. Could you imagine? I could imagine that guy doing this song.
That would be awesome.
Oh, man. That's embarrassing. Seriously. How do you put that out? How do you record that and then say, yeah, put that out? Yeah, put it on Spotify. Put it on YouTube.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
Now's the time. We got to get involved. It's the top story. Now's the time.
Yep. That's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Big time quotes around the word good.
So yesterday, the BBC released footage of Alex Pretti that they recorded a week before his death. The family has since confirmed it was, in fact, him in this video.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him.
So angry.
Our footage was analyzed by the BBC,
just interacting there.
whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy.
Al?
On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis.
Hold on, can we pause that
We
there?
arrived.
Our news crew received a tip. So you're saying that the BBC is in the signal chat? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You know that's what it is.
Exactly.
That's the tip they got.
Yep.
Yep.
And this goes on if you want to keep watching, but
All
he's
right.
an angry
let's see
man,
it.
just out there keeping the
Yeah.
peace,
Sure
right?
is.
Right.
Wow, he
Just
sure
directing
is.
traffic. That's
We
all.
saw observers shouting
like
at
he
the
spit
agents as they
somebody-
walked
spit
back
at
to their
somebody.
vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight.
Okay, that's
Destruction
An
of
agent
federal
then
That's
property.
not
got out of
okay.
the
That's not
vehicle,
legal.
Grabbed him
No.
and pushed him to the ground.
You can't kick somebody's taillight out and just be fine. Sorry.
He's just out there directing traffic, though,
Yeah, I know.
with his feet.
With his
During the
kick.
altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd.
Yeah, to disperse
They
them.
continued to
Good.
put the man down before they retreat.
They're lucky it was just
and he
that.
walks away.
Okay, so I don't
the
think
man in
they
our footage is wearing a similar outfit.
pause it
to
for a
what
sec. Did they even arrest him? I don't think they did.
I don't
right?
think so. I think
I
he
don't
was
think they
just
arrested
fined,
him.
right? It was
Yeah.
just a minor fine or something for that.
Okay, let it roll. See
the
if
day
there's
he was
more.
killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
Oh my gosh! So he had it then
Yeah,
too.
there he is. Yeah, right there.
Wow. Wow.
Which puts, let this play out. The whistles, man, are more annoying than the horns.
The horns.
Yeah, right there.
The
Here,
chaos.
He continues to stand at the scene.
Pause it
Yeah,
for a
right
sec.
there, over on the left.
But this is what they have to deal with every day, all day, while they're trying to get scumbags out of this country. Criminals, murderers, rapists,
Right.
child abusers, spouse abusers. They're trying to get 70% of the people they're deporting are criminals. And that's not even, again, that's not counting the crimes they've committed in their own country or some other country. But that's a pretty good percentage of people that they promised to get out. 70% of them have been exactly that, the worst of the worst. Well, as they encounter others that aren't supposed to be here, they deport them as well. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah,
Just like Reese's. I'm not sorry about it.
I love the Democrats. You know, one of the things that they want is for illegal aliens who are in this country that they can't. The past crimes will have no bearing. It's only future crimes that will get them deported under the agreement that they want before they're gonna let the government reopen.
How about no?
Yeah.
No.
They won't
I'm
even
sorry.
meet with Republicans to have these discussions. They're just kind of floating out these ideas to see what sticks. This is amnesty, man. It's bad.
Tomorrow's the deadline, right?
Yeah,
Is that
Friday
right?
at midnight, I believe it is. Yeah, Friday the 30th. I believe
Jeez.
that's right.
And we knew this was coming when it happened in November, when they shut down and came to the agreement, and we knew they kicked the can down the road a month and a half or 2 months, whatever it was. And here we are again. And it's
They'll come
probably,
together. They'll come together
sure they
in the
will.
end.
Sure
Either
they
late
will.
today or tomorrow, they'll come together and reach an agreement, a bipartisan stronghold, and
Yeah.
they'll go out in front of the press and say, "We're as one."
Well, here's a headline with the Dateline 1 hour ago. Trump and Schumer move toward possible deal to avert a shutdown. The president and the
good.
top Senate Democrat were discussing an agreement to split off Homeland Security funding from a broader spending package and negotiate new limits on immigration agents.
So maybe you're right, Jeffy.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, maybe you're right. Maybe they will reach an agreement before then.
I hope. I mean, I hope so.
I do too.
We can't-
I don't
we
want to go
can't
through it again.
another-
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't go through that again.
Yeah, well, I don't like this phrase. Negotiate new limits on immigration agents.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I mean, man, this is incomprehensible.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see that? And thanks to all of you who corrected when I said the Minneapolis police showed up at the hotel where the ICE agents were and broke up the crowd. No, that was the suburb of Maple Grove police that decided, and that was their jurisdiction. And
that wasn't Minneapolis.
Yeah. But last night, Minneapolis police, working in conjunction with Minnesota State Police, broke up a crowd. So maybe there is movement, especially after the Trump, the post that Trump put out. Surprisingly, Mayor Jacob Frey just stated that Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. This is after having had a very good conversation with him. Could somebody in his inner sanctum please explain that this statement is a very serious violation to the law and that he is playing with fire? So
sure is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know who's getting bombed first, Jacob Frey or Rand.
Might be the same day. Maybe we can take both of them.
It'll be the both.
Same day.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Elizabeth Warren, I mentioned her a few minutes ago in the great song that we did, which I think has 2.5 trillion views now. Is that
pretty
right?
close.
2.5 trillion.
You can round up 3 trillion.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, she remembered Alex Pretti yesterday on the floor of the U.S. Senate.
Oh my gosh.
Caring for people was at the core of who he was. He was incapable of causing harm. Alex carried patience, compassion, and calm as a steady light within him.
No, that looks pretty steady.
Even at
what
the
he just
very
did there.
end, that light was there. I recognized his familiar stillness and signature calm composure.
Is this even real?
Yeah. So
hard to believe.
It sure is.
Aged really poorly immediately.
Yeah.
Wow.
And nobody's saying that he should have been, that we're glad he was shot, or, I mean, I'm not, and I wish it wouldn't have happened. But again, you take a gun to a law enforcement action that's in progress, and bad things can happen. What are you doing?
Right.
When you're in the face of law enforcement, as they're trying to do their job, bad things are going to happen to you. It's just that simple.
You've already shown that you don't care about whether you're going to damage their property or the government's property at all. You've already shown that. I mean, you've been well aware of that. I mean, that's just really, really terrible.
I really hope that was
terrible.
I really hope she was talking about Pretti. Because I'm looking up, and she's wearing green yesterday in the halls of Congress, not purple.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
so that might have been a whole different thing.
I'm looking for Elizabeth Warren without the background there from yesterday. But
because it's funny.
Yeah.
No question.
No, it's I mean, look, this is being reported. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Also yesterday, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz was asked about his meeting with the border czar, Tom Homan.
First of all, the meeting with Tom Homan, how did that go? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Tom Homan's a professional, which is a lot more than Bovino and Christy Nome. But look, I think the thing we said is we're very clear about this, that we need these folks out of Minnesota, and we need justice for Renee Good and for Alex, and those were things that we came with. I think the thing that I'm most concerned about is the tone was different. There was a tone shift. I wish it was because of the horrific, shooting that somebody saw some morality, but I think it's probably the press. But with that being said, I'm not interested in a more efficient Metro surge. I'm ready for them to get out of here, and I think that's what Minnesotans are talking about. So it was progress. Look, I never got a call from Bovino or Nome.
Never.
Nothing. No, nothing. When they're coming here, and Tom Homan landed last night, and he called me last night and asked if he could have a meeting, and he was there at 9:00. So, look, I think that's progress, but they started this fire, so we're not giving anybody credit for putting it out. But right now, what we need a return to normalcy by these ICE agents out of here.
They didn't start a fire by enforcing U.S. law. That's not starting a fire.
Right.
It is the Democrats who started this fire by firing up the citizenry against them and calling them Nazis, jackbooted thugs.
Yeah, and we know Tim's wife loves the smell of fires and burning tires.
Yes, she does.
Right? So
that's why she keeps her windows open.
That's right. That's right.
So,
but wow, a compliment for a Trump administration official. He called him a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, Elizabeth Warren's own website does have that speech.
Holy
it is
cow.
accurate that she was talking about Alex Pretti.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wow. All right. Huh.
Things that make you go, huh.
Things that you would almost like to and would lean toward attributing to AI are actually
not being real.
Are actually real.
Yeah.
I mean, truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And you heard the mention of Bovino, and we have a video coming up of him because he's on the road now. But two of the agents involved in that shooting have been what is it? Administrative leave.
Yes,
that's the latest.
Which
on
is
that.
it's normal after a shooting. So that happens every time. So I don't know that they're in trouble, but while it's investigated, they're usually always taken off duty. So yesterday, because he hasn't been heard from in a few weeks now, with the focus on Jacob Fry in Minneapolis, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is like, why is he getting all the attention?
Right, I'm over here.
So he had to push his stupid face into this.
Always the Civil War talk, man.
Talking about Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino.
It's unfortunate that Greg Bovino's
hello.
That his legacy
say it, bro.
will take time for people to understand
what
how nasty of an individual he really is.
Okay.
It's
that's profound. Thank you.
From this guy.
Sure is.
Yeah, no
it's powerful that we have been able to effectively push back at local levels as well as in the courts around Gregory Bovino's activities.
Hello? All right.
Gosh, man.
His
get to it.
This is a cry for help.
His dressing.
Notice
his whole
me.
Package.
Notice me, please.
It sure
It
is.
so familiar.
I'm smart too.
Pause it, Joe.
I'm a rebel too.
Yeah.
We're fighting against the federal government too.
Yeah, he's trying to weave his sentence structure so that he can ultimately end up back at the Civil War, which is a favorite place for him to always land.
Oh, he wants to so desperately. All right, let him finish.
It was blinding for some people that it's clear. There's two things. One, it's clear that the far right in this country,
Here we go.
What is it
that
clear?
they have not accepted the results of the Civil War.
Oh,
and that they have longed for a rematch to have a republic that
Do not understand.
subjugates and subjects individuals to a permanent lower class.
You've got to be
and that,
kidding me.
again, when we have witnessed the largest upward transfer of wealth in any other time in American history,
Okay, so the
there's
Marxism
your
in there too.
evidence of the type of stratification that the extreme right in this country
The stratification
prefers.
Yeah, that is the proper stratification we prefer. We've been trying to get into the Civil War stratosphere right now.
Well, that's the thing we've cared about the most as of late. But gosh, darn it, is the outcome of the Civil War.
Yeah, incredible. Remember how pissed we've all been in trying to invalidate the Civil War?
Yes.
And go back to pre-Civil War America? That's what we all want.
Can I make a deal with Brandon Johnson? We don't want a Civil War, but a national divorce is definitely in the conversation.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Jeez.
gosh, get out of my country.
He also said he's coordinating with other screwball mayors to try to fight against ICE and federal law. I mean, this is just a full-scale insurrection.
Oh, this BJ talking?
It is.
Brandon Johnson said that? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's coordinating with other Democrats in sanctuary cities all over the country, and they're all talking about how to defy federal law.
Wait.
I mean, they're already doing it.
What you're describing sounds like a confederacy.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It sure does.
A confederacy of Democrats, which I would like to remind BJ Brandon Johnson that it was Democrats.
Yeah.
That were on the losing side of the Civil War, that were trying to keep their slaves and whatnot. Okay, bro.
And this particular insurrection they're talking about is not geographical like the last one. It is ideological. So, but it's a civil war nonetheless. They're trying to foment here. Let me tell you about Miracle Made. You ever wake up sweaty or freezing or just uncomfortable? It used to happen to me all the time. The temperature in your bedroom can make or break your sleep. That's why I switched to Miracle Made sheets. They're inspired by NASA technology. They use silver-infused, temperature-regulating fabric to help you sleep perfectly all night long. They're crafted, again, with that NASA-inspired silver-infused fabric, and that regulates body temperature. If you're a hot sleeper or cold sleeper, it doesn't matter. These sheets help you stay comfortable all night long, right there in the comfort zone. It stays clean. You do less laundry. It's just there's no bacterial buildup. It eliminates, I think, 99.7% of bacterial growth. So if you'd like to upgrade your sleep or you could give somebody else that you care about the gift of better rest, go to trymiracle.com/Pat to try Miracle Made sheets today. You'll save over 40%. And when you use the promo code PAT, you'll get an extra 20% plus a free 3-piece towel set. So these make it an incredible gift. And with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's just no risk. So go to trymiracle.com/Pat, promo code PAT at checkout. And we want to thank Miracle Made for sponsoring this segment of this episode.
Pat Gray Unleashed is back.
I have not seen Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner talking about ICE, but I bet it's something we're all going to agree with.
This
right?
is one of those low-level politicians that likes to be seen, kind of like Brandon Johnson there.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
This is a small bunch of wannabe Nazis. That's what they are.
Oh, my.
In a country of 350 million, we outnumber them.
Yeah.
If we have to hunt you down the way they hunted down Nazis for decades,
what the hell?
We will find your identities. We will find you. Wow. We will achieve justice.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and I didn't send it in, but boy, this Nazi and ICE comparison is just everywhere. Like Stephen Colbert, he said last night, no, they're not like Nazis. ICE, at least the Nazis didn't cover their faces. It is out of control.
So they're worse than Nazis who murdered millions of people because they put a face mask on so you can't identify them and then dox their family.
Congratulations to the left in this country. You're now openly embracing Nazis?
Yeah.
Honestly, you are now allowing the Nazis into your camp, I guess. I don't understand.
Well, they believe that they're preaching that whatever ICE is doing is worse than the Nazis did.
Yeah,
and it's just ridiculous. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and then it's so interesting to see the Kyle Rittenhouse comparisons. Where was the left with Kyle Rittenhouse walking around with a gun? That guy wasn't out there looking to start causing trouble, as we've seen Pretti doing.
Man. Then, you've got the Ohio Attorney General candidate.
Oh, yeah, we got that clip.
Who explained what he meant when he said he was going to kill Donald Trump. We have that clip?
Yep.
Let's play that here since we're talking about the Democrat rhetoric.
Clip 16.
Good to see them turning the temperature down in this country.
Right.
Hi. This is Elliot Forehand, candidate for Ohio Attorney General.
Hello, Elliot.
I want to tell you what I mean when I say that I am going to kill Donald Trump. I mean, I'm going to obtain a conviction rendered by a jury of his peers at a standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, based on evidence presented at a trial conducted in accordance with the requirements of due process, resulting in a sentence duly executed of capital punishment.
Okay.
That is what I mean when I say that I'm going to kill Donald Trump.
So he's trying to avoid the Secret Service showing up and knocking on his door at his house.
They should show up anyway.
Yep, they sure should. Because that's not an explanation for why you say you're going to kill him. That would be that you'd be responsible for putting him in a position where he'd be executed. It's not the same thing. So
no, it is not.
He's just desperately trying to make something okay and legal out of what he's been saying lately. I mean, this is what he's campaigning on. that he's going to kill Donald Trump when he's elected. Oh, okay. Fascinating. But if anything happens to any of these elected officials or anybody on the right, don't look to them because they're not responsible for it. They'll blame Trump for everything, like Ilhan Omar is blaming Donald Trump because she got sprayed by some psycho the other day. But it won't be anybody's fault on the left when bad things happen to people on the right. Not a problem for them. I mean, this was a MAGA guy, Trump person. Sprayed goo on me from a syringe.
Right, and you know, was it a syringe? Was it? Or
that's what it said in a story I read.
Yeah, I saw that too. And now I'm seeing a water bottle or something. I don't know, but now the I don't want to call it a conspiracy, but you remember the president himself said, it's probably staged. And a lot of people are saying, it was probably staged.
Yeah,
well, now they're pointing to this video, clip 12, saying that Ilhan Omar glanced at her attacker, almost to give him the nod. I don't know. I mean, you can interpret it that way.
Okay.
But, I mean, she could have just been looking up into the crowd. But anyway, it's clip 12, yeah.
Resign or face impeachment?
Yeah, I don't know that you can.
That could be a signal.
Yeah, it could be. Could be like if Omar wanted the soundbite associated with this, then with calling for Kristi Noem to be impeached, then you could see how she would try to time it like that. Hey, when I say Kristi Noem, that's when you get up. Because that's emblazoned on all the footage of this guy getting up.
Yeah,
right.
Much like the Las Vegas shooting, like a country song that I've never heard in my life now is in my head forever because we played the clip so many times and heard the audio of the gunshots, and so I think it could be that she wanted that soundbite associated with him getting up. But then yesterday she talked about Donald Trump, clip 13.
That I wouldn't be where I am at today. Having to pay for security, having the government to think about providing me security if Donald Trump wasn't in office and if he wasn't so obsessed with me. It is ironic that just last night he was on stage moments before I was attacked, talking about me. And then when asked about my attack, he said, I don't think about her. Does he not remember? Is he suffering from dementia?
Wow.
She is pathetic.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the guy was watching. He's probably standing in the hall at your town hall watching Trump on TV and is like, I'm going to go in there and spray her with, what is it, apple cider vinegar? Is that what we're thinking it is
I don't know what kind of goo it was. It could have been goo from Somalian food. I don't know what it was.
All I know is she needs to relax.
There was a report that it was some kind of smelly substance.
Yeah, which I think many people are saying it was apple cider vinegar, which does wonders for many things. I love the meme going around of her, and it just says, some people sprayed something. So just get over it there, Ilhan.
Yeah, that is good.
I love how she says he's obsessed with her, but she's not obsessed with him. The whole left wing of this nation is not obsessed with him. Are you serious?
That's why they get out of bed. In the morning is to try to figure out how to either limit Trump's effectiveness or get him out of office or far worse. That's what animates them.
It consumes them every day, all day.
Every day.
Yeah. And we're slowly but surely getting some details about the guy who did spray her at that town hall event. And to Jeffy's point, definitely not connected to MAGA at all.
Oh, I don't know. I heard he was a MAGA guy.
Oh, did you? I heard Jussie Smollett's attackers were MAGA. They were in MAGA country.
Pretty sure that's what he shouted. We just missed it.
Oh man, gosh, I can't wait to see this thing continue to reveal itself and who that guy really is.
888-900-3393. We got a Fat Five coming up here with Jeff.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Normally It's just Wednesdays when we play a song intro.
Correct.
To introduce Jeffy's Fat Five, or as we call it on Wednesdays for some reason, the
chewing
the fat
right,
segment. Right. But today it's just Fat Five. But we did find a really good way to intro his segment today.
Oh, wow.
Through the winter's ice and cold, down Nicollet Avenue, a city of flame fought fire and ice, neath an occupier's boots. King Trump's private army from the DHS. Guns belted to their
side. Oh, to their
came to Minneapolis to enforce the law.
Wait, hold on. I want my money back.
Man.
You said this was a really good way to introduce the segment. And just to put a different spin on Jeffy's, just because there's a microphone in front of you.
Doesn't mean
no
Bruce
kidding.
Springsteen, just because there's a recording studio within reach.
He can't help himself. Geez. Another musician that won't go away, Kanye West, took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal on Monday to apologize for his past anti-Semitic statements, directly addressing the black community and the people I love the most. He attributed his erratic behavior to a car crash about 25 years ago, which caused traumatic injuries and contributed to what he says is bipolar disorder.
Wow.
Now, he previously has said he has bipolar type 1, though he has also claimed he was misdiagnosed. And he was instead attributed some of his behavior to having autism. Okay, so he said in the ad that he lost touch with reality because of his condition and was unable to understand or accept he needed help even after it was identified. I do believe that. In that fractured state, I gravitated toward the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even sold T-shirts bearing it, further stating it's deeply mortified my actions, and now I'm committed to the treatment and true change. It does not excuse what I did. I'm not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. In fact, I love Jewish people. This is just a merry-go-round of him. From Nazis are fine, and then I'm sorry, Jews are great. It was undiagnosed something or other. I mean, he went on InfoWars, told people to stop dissing Nazis. Then he was kicked off X because he posted the Star of David with the swastika in it, and he praised Adolf Hitler. They let him back on like 8 months later, and then that's when he got cut from all his brands, Gap, Adidas, Creative Arts Agency, and then he renounced anti-Semitism after seeing, this is my favorite, so I think this worked for everyone. He saw Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street, and he said that performance made me love Jewish people again. So
good. Okay.
I mean, if you have a question in yourself, I don't know if I like Jewish people. Watch Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street. That performance will bring you over. You'll like Jewish people again. Then he issued another apology. He had another Nazi run, and then he blamed that on going through the divorce with Kim. So we're just on a never-ending circle with Ye. So just know that the Nazis will come back. Just wait for a little bit once he gets off his medication. He'll be back.
Yeah, and all that's great.
Yeah, good
Jeffy.
stuff.
Thank
Good
you for sharing it.
Yeah,
However, we're a little hung up, if you will, on one of his sponsors, which was who?
Who would you say it was? It was Adidas.
Gap and Adidas.
Yeah, tell us about the Adidas shoe company.
You're talking about Adidas?
Yeah, the Adidas.
Adidas. Okay.
That's the way they pronounce it.
No, it's not the way we pronounce it.
It is where they pronounce it.
No.
It is.
Like in Europe, maybe. In
Europe
they pronounce Adidas Adidas. Well, yeah, Europe is wrong, as always.
What does Europe do right, Jeffy, to buttress your point?
They say Adidas. Okay.
Weird. Okay. They also say Jaguar are Jaguars.
Jaguar. That's correct.
Is that company still around, by the way?
Jaguar?
Barely.
Ooh. Yeah. They're selling about 4 cars a year or something.
Literally.
So,
yeah. I think, right, we talked about that. I mean, they got rid of the person who was their social media person. right? They're just trying to rejuvenate themselves. Good luck.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, no doubt.
They would have had better success if they had gone out and gotten post-anti-Semitic Kanye West as their spokesman.
Yeah.
They would have, actually.
I know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would have done them a great good to see him driving around in a Jag. That's absolutely true, but, they're not going to do that. When you think of Jaguar, think of Nazi. Think of Nazis. I don't know that they want to do that. Google, you know them, you love them, agreed to pay $68 million to settle a lawsuit claiming that its voice-activated assistant spied inappropriately on smartphone users, violating their privacy. So the class action settlement was filed. Judge still has to okay it. Smartphone users accused Google of illegally recording and disseminating private conversations after Google Assistant was triggered in order to send them targeted advertising. Google Assistant is designed to react when people use hot words such as "Hey Google," "Okay Google," similar to Siri.
Yeah,
but
Siri does that too. Nobody sued Siri over that.
Users object. Well, Google Assistant misperceived that what people were saying, and they were known as false accepts.
Whatever.
So,
okay.
Google denied any wrongdoing, but they settled to avoid the risk, cost, and uncertainty of the litigation. Yeah, no kidding. So the settlement covers people who bought Google devices or were subjected to false accepts since May of 2016. I mean,
wow.
Okay, so that's good for the lawyers.
Yeah.
They're going to make about 1/3 of that settlement fund. And so, they get 23 million. Anyone that had any of these false accepts, I don't know where you have to sign up to get your dollar back, but I'm sure that's about what you're going to get.
There's no way they're going to get $1. It's going to be much less than that. Jeez. Wow.
And I remember last year, Google paid $1.4 billion to Texas to settle claims that the company collected users' data without permission. Ken Paxton was all happy about that. This sends a message to tech companies. Does it? Okay. The company was clarified that the settlement does not require any new product changes. Yeah, we're settling this, but we're not changing anything because we've already fixed it. The problem's already been fixed. And then they had other settlements with Google too. One in 2023 for $700 million. And Meta settled with Texas in a privacy lawsuit for $1.4 billion. Where's all that money going? Has Texans seen any of that? Has anyone seen any of that? I'd like to know where that money is gone.
Yeah, me too. Did not go to me, I'll tell you that.
No kidding. And nobody has admitted any wrongdoing. They're just paying off the states.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if that's what you want to do, great. I know that it was false accepts. And, you apologize for that. Okay. We fixed that already.
I found your answer. I found your answer. It went to the Texas Treasury Fund. It will not go at all, ever.
None of it will
go to the pockets of individual users.
Jeez.
$1.4 billion.
Wow.
That's good.
All right.
That's good. Well, yeah, it's more than that.
How about our property taxes?
They settled a few other cases with hundreds of millions of dollars, too. So it's over $2 billion, maybe $2.5. Wow. And then that's just sitting there for the government to use.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
They'll use it for good causes, I'm sure.
They always do.
I'm sure they will. Yeah, I'm sure they will. They'll help the citizens of Texas. It'll be wonderful. We have the Super Bowl coming up, and a few days before the Super Bowl, that's when they announce the new class of Hall of Fame members. And it's probably, it's looking like Drew Brees. This is his first attempt to get in. Larry Fitzgerald and Adam Vinatieri, who should have been last year, his first year, but we can't have a kicker get in on his first time, so he'll get in this year. And there's a few. Eli Manning looking like he probably won't get it 2 years in a row. Good, have fun. But we just found out also that Bill Belichick, the former head coach of the New England Patriots, has 8 Super Bowl rings, most dominant coaching resume in NFL history. He failed to clear the 80% vote threshold, so he's not getting in this year. And it's just incredible that they've decided that Bill isn't going to get in. Now, there was rumors that the one guy who was saying bad things about Bill and bad things about the cheating scandal, and he has come out and vehemently denied any of it and said, I voted for him and I wouldn't do any of this. He should get in. Okay, whatever you say. Pretty incredible, though, that Belichick's not going to get in on the first time. I mean, he's the best NFL coach ever. You can make that case. And he's not going to get into the Hall of Fame. Okay, all right, fine. Budweiser trying to win back America with its 150-year anniversary and its Super Bowl LX commercial they released early online. And they want to bring the people back to Budweiser for 150 years. I already want a Budweiser.
Right.
'Cause I'm as free as a bird now.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Making Budweiser, baby.
Wow.
Wow.
They are resurrected.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
Are you crying, suns in my eyes? That was awesome.
Right, 150 years of Budweiser. Makes you want to have a Bud. One more quick football story that I thought was kind of funny. John Gruden, of course, parted ways with the Las Vegas Raiders. And I know John when he was the head coach of the Buccaneers, took him to the Super Bowl. And they fired him in his third year of a 10-year contract. I mean, he's still getting money from them. But because of the racist, sexist, homophobic language he used in emails, which he still has a lawsuit with the NFL. That's ongoing, by the way. But he said he wanted to get back into coaching. And every time there's an opening, there's been a lot of them, people think about John Gruden. Well, it was reported that the New York Jets, the worst team in the NFL, offered him a job. And even John Gruden won't go to the New York Jets. He said, no. No, not going to the Jets. No, no, thank you. You can have your job because he would not have been a head coach anyway. They offered him. I think it was reported that they offered him the offensive coordinator job. But,
he's not going to take that.
No way. No way. Have a nice day. That is your chewing the fat five. Hey, now's a good time to become a subscriber to Blaze TV. Not only will you get our Blaze TV exclusives, you'll have access to all the other shows on the network. Just go to blazetv.com/Pat. Save $20 off an annual subscription right now. Subscribe today for a limited time. I don't know how long it's going to last. blazetv.com/Pat.
And that you'll also get our overtime segments and everybody else on the network, too. Almost everybody does an overtime segment, and you'll get access to all of that, which is really fun. So you want to do that today. blazetv.com. Have you heard of being micro-tired? It's that feeling that hits when things slow down and your brain tells you to take a nap. But, of course, you can't because you don't have time, and then it goes on and on. This is all because of your sleep quality. Do what I did. Check out Ghost Bed. Most incredible mattress I've ever slept on. It's that's all great, but the most important thing to me is just I never have slept better. Ghost Bed has cooling features in every mattress that actually sense your body temp and adjusts. So you never get too hot or too cold. You're comfortable all night. And unlike those dense foam beds, Ghost Bed has layers of perfectly crafted support that adjusts with me. I promise. You'll lay down, you take that first deep, relaxing breath, and you'll just melt into the bed. Every Ghost Bed comes with a 101-night sleep trial. So if you don't love your mattress, just return it and get your money back. Ghost Bed is giving their best deal of the year to you right now, plus an extra 10% when you use my promo code PAT at ghostbed.com/Pat. These are fantastic beds without that fantastic price point that you pay for the other luxury model. Because some of those can cost, as Keith can attest,
A lot. Quite a bit.
Many thousands.
Boy, but my
of dollars.
sleep has been so improved.
You need to,
except not.
You need to switch to Ghost Bed.
Yeah.
They're really affordable. It's really comfortable. And these prices are incredible right now. So don't miss it. It's ghostbed.com/Pat and use the promo code Pat.
Pat Gray returns.
All right. I don't know. How much time do we have left for do we have enough time to play Secretary of State Marco Rubio?
No.
This is fascinating. I had not heard any of this prior to his speech yesterday, prior to what he was talking about yesterday about why we invaded Venezuela. I was really kind of stunned. Why didn't this come out before? Why haven't you been saying that all along? Because... everybody was, the left was screaming and weeping and wailing about it, and nobody really explained, well, this has been going on a long time. He's broken all his agreements. Even the Vatican doesn't trust him. So we'll share that with you coming up in a few minutes.
We do have time to update folks on the banana and rice chick from Somalia who's proud to be a Somalian.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's been arrested in Minneapolis for assaulting federal officers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, but bananas and rice and whatnot and so on and so forth.
We also have the Bananas and Rice song.
Oh, yeah.
From Rowdy Introvert.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And we'll play that for you today, too.
That was fun.
We played it
we got
on
new
Overtime
songs all over the place.
Yeah. We do. Yeah, we do. I mean,
that's awesome.
We have this classic. I mean, what do you want?
Winter's ice and cold. Down the
Good Avenue. Yeah.
A city aflame, full of fire and ice. Beneath an occupier's boots. King Trump's private army from the DHS. Guns belted to their coats. Came to Minneapolis to enforce the law.
Could he have said the Twin Cities?
Do you know how hard it is to get a 5-syllable name into this crappy song?
But I did it.
But I did it, and now the Grammys await. I just can't go wrong.
You're right. Instant classic.
Yeah,
Instant
absolutely.
classic.
No question about it.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Yesterday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio was on Capitol Hill answering some questions about the recent raid in Venezuela. And this is Senator Rick Scott with the Secretary.
The next is everybody has these ridiculously high expectations, which we all do. We would love to have a free and fair election tomorrow, where there was there was no oppression. Everybody wanted to run; they could run. Mm-hmm. So, tell us how should Venezuelans and Cubans and Nicaraguans look at this, and how patient should they be, and what would be the sort of the milestones you would give them to look at to say we are making progress?
Well, first I would remind everybody, let's just go back 6 months, 8 months, a year ago at this time. Mm-hmm. The Venezuelan challenge for us was frozen. It was a frozen situation. We had a regime that was entrenched. Its opposition was either in hiding or had been forced overseas. Edmundo Gonzalez lives in Spain. Maria Corina is no longer, she's very brave. She stood there as long as she could, but she had to leave. The others are in jail. They were increasing their relationships and outreach with Iran, and currently have existing ones with Russia, Cuba, and China. And other than more sanctions and more speeches and more threats and whatever, it was a frozen situation. Now, for the first time in literally a decade, there is the opportunity that something could change. There's not the guarantee that something will change, but there is the opportunity that something will change. We have changed that dynamic.
Okay. Sounds promising. He also talked about what he sees for the future of Venezuela.
What I would say is that we share the same goal and the same outcome we want for Venezuela. And the question is, we have to do it through a realistic process and it has the highest chance of success. Okay, the way to view it, if you use the medical analogy, is this is a critically ill patient that has suffered some very serious things. They've broken their leg, but they also have a ruptured spleen or something. You've got to deal with the life-threatening first before you deal with a broken leg. And even when you deal with a broken leg, there's going to be a period of rehabilitation. You don't just go from having your leg repaired in a surgery to running on a treadmill the next day. There's going to have to be a process here. But the process has an arrow moving towards accomplishments, achievements, and positive things. What I would say to the people who I know quite well as you do is, for the first time in over a decade and a half, there is the real possibility of transformation. And a lot of it will depend on them, because there are many people living in Florida and across the country who would like to go back and be a part of Venezuelan economic life. Many of them are eager to do so. And they're going to need them. Venezuela is going to need them to come back and rebuild the businesses that were taken or lost and engage themselves in both civic and economic life. But again, I remind everybody, on Friday will mark the 4 weeks since this happened. I get it. We all want something immediately, but this is not a frozen dinner you put in a microwave and in 2.5 minutes it comes out ready to eat. And these are complex things, and we've seen this play out. I've used the example of Paraguay and Spain. There are others where there's a transition from autocracy to democracy. It's not linear. It's, in some cases, there are ups and downs along the way, but it's trending in the right direction so far, with a recognition that more work needs to be done.
He also talked about the reasons we did this in the first place, and he mentioned how many times we've struck deals with him, and then he just ignored it. He just went against everything that he promised to do. One of the things was that he was supposed to have a free and fair election.
Nicolas Maduro.
Yeah, Nicolas Maduro. Right. And he obviously didn't do that. And we released prisoners. We were going to release some prisoners. He was going to be releasing prisoners. And then he agreed to hold a free and fair election, which he did not do, obviously. Everybody in the world knows it. The other thing he did was, as soon as he released the people and he got what he wanted, which was no invasion, which was us not removing him from power, he rearrested the people he released. Yeah. So he broke deal after deal after deal, to the point where Rubio said yesterday, even the Vatican doesn't trust this guy. Even they won't interact with him. Wow. So we finally had enough and went in and removed him. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Over and over and over and over again, he's impeding the progress of the Western Hemisphere, really. And so they got tired of it. They couldn't trust him. Yeah. So they removed him.
I mean, he's doing things that hurt the Western Hemisphere.
Absolutely.
Specifically us.
Yes.
And that can't stand. That just cannot stand.
Plus, we had to send a clear message to China and Russia. Hands off, okay?
Right.
Hands off the Western Hemisphere.
I think that's the biggest win in all of this.
For sure.
The drug boats weren't enough.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're enough to slow down the traffic for drugs coming into the country, but they weren't enough to send that signal to China that, okay, we're not going to put up with this any longer.
Yeah, we're not messing around. Yeah, no longer.
Yep, game's over. Hope you had fun while it lasted, but it's not going to last any longer. Even so, Senator Rand Paul is not a fan of the raid.
I would ask you, if a foreign country bombed our air defense missiles, captured and removed our president, and blockaded our country, would that be considered an act of war?
Well, I think your question is about and I will acknowledge you've been very consistent on all these points the entire career. So let me no matter who's in charge. So I will point to two things. The first is, it's hard for us to conceive that an operation that lasted about 4.5 hours and was a law enforcement operation to capture someone we don't recognize as a head of state, indicted in the United States, wanted with a $50 million bounty.
My question would be, if it only took 4 hours to take our president, it's very short, nobody dies on the other side, nobody dies on our side, it's perfect. Would it be an act of war?
We just don't believe that this operation comes anywhere close to the constitutional definition of war.
But would it be an act of war if someone did it to us? Nobody dies, few casualties, they're in and out, boom, it's a perfect military operation. Would that be an act of war? Of course it would be an act of war. I'm probably the most anti-war person in the Senate, and I would vote to declare war if someone invaded our country and took our president. So I think we need to at least acknowledge this is a one-way argument. One-way arguments that don't rebound, that you can't apply to yourselves, that cannot be universally applicable are bad arguments.
I mean,
I know it's tough, man.
What I'm trying to say there is,
but kudos to Rand Paul for
he's sticking to it,
because as well as Venezuela worked out and as perfect as it was, he still is asking the same question he would have asked if it had been a disaster.
Yes, and that's what I love about Rand Paul. He's super consistent.
Yes,
he doesn't purport to feel one way and then vote the other. Which is great.
No, he does. He's never done that.
And when do you ever see that in a politician? Almost never.
And Marco actually acknowledged that. Yeah. Right? I mean, he said you've been very consistent. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, they've worked together in the Senate before Marco became Secretary of State. And by the way, he is awesome still.
Yes.
I haven't seen a time as of late where he has not been awesome.
No.
I'm a fan of Marco Rubio. And here's the thing. He could just say, yeah, I understand your point, Senator Paul. Shut up. Move on. We're done. Okay.
He's very.
It was a law enforcement move. It wasn't anything to do with war. Get out.
He's a very articulate messenger for President Trump.
He sure is.
Especially considering, and I know we make this point, considering where that relationship used to be.
Man,
he is an excellent soldier for Trump.
Absolutely, he is.
This is a role he seems to have been born to do.
Agreed.
And it's great to see it in him. I mean, he was a good presidential candidate. We went to one of his stops when he was on the campaign trail. This was back in 2016, right? And it was here in Dallas. And so we went, and I don't think there was a single issue he talked about that I disagreed with. Afterwards, we were pretty convinced, maybe he's the guy. I mean, I didn't wind up voting for him, but wouldn't have been the worst thing had he been elected. But he took a beating in that particular campaign, you might remember, and has recovered nicely from it.
Weren't the last three standing Trump, Cruz, Rubio?
Yes. If I remember correctly, yes. And both Cruz and Rubio have become incredible allies.
That reminds me, we have a fun clip later. The president actually talked about Ted Cruz yesterday.
Did he?
It's a fun clip.
In a nice way?
It's a fun clip.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I can't wait. Also, another senator, Tammy Duckworth, has repeatedly been schooled by Rubio despite her constant interruptions. Here's that exchange yesterday.
Grave danger to the United States. Anyone who believes that gangs that flood our country with fentanyl or cocaine are not threats to the United States is not living in reality and certainly does not reflect the opinion of most Americans.
The president already said that he was ready to put American troops in Venezuela again. So we're internment law.
No, but we're talking about two separate things here. So you're talking about the state of Venezuela or are describing the regime. And we're talking about, but what the president designated.
Invoked the Alien Enemy Act.
I know, Senator, but let me be clear
Can you
with
pause
you.
that for a second, Joe? Something happened with the video clip there. Rubio said, where the hell did he say that? Like, where did he say he was going to put troops in there? So the schooling just was nonstop between these two.
So great.
The president was talking about are these gangs and these narco trafficking groups that are waging war on the United States. There's no doubt. These groups have waged war on the United States. They have waged, for example, Tren de Agua is not just a criminal gang presence in our street. It is a criminal gang directly responsible for narco trafficking.
The Trump administration has acknowledged that the vast majority of the men it rounded up and deported to torture under this law had no criminal records whatsoever.
We didn't torture anybody.
Over 75%.
Who did we torture? We haven't tortured anybody. We've arrested people that are members of gangs and we've deported them. We don't want gang members in our country.
Investigations have found that many of the men were here legally. If the administration is willing to lie about who it's targeting under this law, what protections do totally innocent people have against abuse? Again, I want to ask you,
what do you want
will you advise the president to rescind his invocation of the Wartime Alien Enemies
Act? No, of course not. I mean, these are people that are threats to the national security of the United States. But I've described this in hearings in the past, including
So you're saying that we're at war?
We are absolutely. When it comes to narco trafficking groups and criminal gangs that are targeting the United States for criminal activity.
We're in a state of war.
There's no doubt about the fact that we're confronting them in a war like that because
laws
they're
of
waging
war
war
apply, and do the Geneva Convention
They're waging
apply?
war against us and their enemy combatants as a result of it. And the fact of the matter is that we are confronting these irregular groups, and that's one of the great challenges of the new century in this hemisphere in particular, is that these non-state actors who possess state-like capabilities in terms of their weaponry pose a grave danger to the United States. I don't think any American would dispute that we have cartels that pose a threat to the national security
with all
of the United
of the
States.
other laws of when it comes to warfare. I mean, you're saying that he can invoke this wartime power.
No, I'm saying, you're asking me, I'm here to discuss foreign policy and what's in the realm of the Department of State.
Well,
I think your questions are better directed at the Department of Justice.
Enemies Act,
but I would tell you that...
which is a wartime, which is something that
but you're asking me a question
that can be invoked during wartime.
But you're
It's
asking
only
me a
been
question
invoked during the War of 1812.
I've had just about enough of that.
3 times, and this president is invoking it.
Okay, you're asking me a question about the domestic application of a law that's best directed to the Department of Justice.
It's
no,
not
it
a
is
complication. It's
because
very
you're asking
simple.
me something to opine on something that's in the realm of the Department of Justice in terms of its domestic application. I can tell you that the United States is most certainly confronting terrorist and criminal organizations operating in our hemisphere that pose a grave danger to the United States. Anyone who believes that gangs that flood our country with fentanyl or cocaine are not threats to the United States is not living in reality and certainly does not reflect the opinion of most Americans.
The president already said that he was ready to put American troops.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's we wrapped it up. We just should have cut her off right there.
Oh, man.
We're done.
I mean, she just won't shut up. He's answered her about 15 times.
I know.
And still she babbles and tries to humiliate him, but she can't because she's got no ammunition with which to do it. So he's great at standing up to all this stuff. The people in Trump's administration, I think they've all been instructed, defend yourself. Defend this administration. Don't put up with it. You know, we saw what happened before when that's the attitude of the administration. You just get trampled that way. And so this administration is not allowing anyone to trample them. I love it. And they get so much flack and so much negative feedback and publicity that it's really tough. And yet they keep going. They keep schooling these morons on the left. It's pretty amazing to watch. You know, Marco Rubio, Stephen Miller, Tom Homan, all of them are just great at this. All right, we got new research right now that's revealing something really heartbreaking. Millions of women in America carry long-lasting emotional pain after an abortion. They have grief, regret, and just plain trauma that often doesn't fade with time. Something preborn sees up close and personal every single day in the clinics they support, where women aren't just facing a medical decision, but an emotional and spiritual one as well. There is hope, though, and it often begins with one powerful moment, which is an ultrasound. When a woman sees her baby on an ultrasound, hears that heartbeat for the first time, everything changes. If you've ever had a baby and an ultrasound during the pregnancy, you know how true that statement is. And when the mother sees her baby on the ultrasound, her baby's chance at life doubles. As Preborn celebrates 20 years of saving babies, there's a moment right now that can save countless lives for years to come. An ultrasound machine doesn't just show a picture, it introduces a mother to her child, and a lot of clinics can't afford one. Preborn's goal is simple and it's urgent. Place an ultrasound machine in every clinic across America that needs one. So if you have the means to do this, it's $15,000 for one of those machines. If you can do that, that would be so greatly appreciated, and you would save countless lives. But whatever you could afford, maybe it's $1, but $28 buys one ultrasound for one expectant mother. Just dial pound 250 to make your donation. Say the keyword baby. That's pound 250 keyword baby, or donate securely at preborn.com/Pat.
Saying what you're thinking. Pat Gray Unleashed.
You know what's been really amazing to see is the prevalence of Nicki Minaj with her participating in the news cycle right now in favor of President Donald J. Trump. It's just a surprise because there's very few musicians who do, or very few who make it known, and she's been unabashed about it. She's been great with her support for Donald Trump, and she apparently doesn't care. You know, she's getting blowback like crazy. I'll bet a lot of people just hate her guts now because she likes this president a lot.
Yeah, just for that. You bet.
Here she was with the president yesterday. Nice coat, by the way.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably
Mr. Wonderful's
the
there
president's
too. Awesome.
number one fan.
Oh, calls herself Trump's number one fan.
Okay.
And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more.
Yeah.
And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen?
Wow, amen.
Should I go? Okay.
Okay.
That's just refreshing, is it not? It almost warrants a heavenly choir. It's so refreshing. That's a pop star who loves Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Unashamed. She doesn't care what you think of it either. She's going to continue to support him. So that's been amazing to see. And then, of course, we've got President Trump, who is involved in some Supreme Court issues right now. We'll talk about that in a sec. But he was talking about a possible Supreme Court pick yesterday.
Exciting.
But Ted Cruz has one thing that if I ever have problems, because it's hard to get people approved. He's a brilliant legal mind. He's a brilliant man. If I nominate him for the United States Supreme Court, I will get 100% of the vote. The Democrats will vote for him because they want to get him the hell out. And the Republicans will vote for him because they want to get him the hell out, too. Where's Ted? Where are you, Ted?
He's behind you. Oh, wait, there he is.
It seems like in the past, Ted Cruz has said he would accept a nomination for the Supreme Court, right?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yes, but I mean, it certainly makes sense. We've been seeing a lot of Ted around President Trump as of late. Now, that's why.
There's no opening currently. But he would love that, I think. And it would just be a shame to lose a great senator from Texas. But hopefully he'd be replaced with another great senator from Texas and be on the Supreme Court, which would be phenomenal. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court is reviewing the guilty verdict in Trump's E. Jean Carroll case, where he supposedly raped her in a Bergdorf Goodman in a dressing room there that are continually locked. And apparently he had the key. I don't know. Maybe they give him a key just in case he finds a woman in there he wants to rape. I don't know. Is that possible? Nobody heard it. Nobody saw it. There was no evidence of it ever. She doesn't even remember what year it happened.
Yeah, maybe it was then. Maybe it was then. I don't remember exactly.
I don't know. 94, 95.
And she's not his type. We get that evidence as well.
Yes.
Made that clear.
Very true. Right.
I thought, honestly, when you said they're going to review the guilty verdict, I thought it was going to be a Derek Chauvin thing. That's what the Supreme Court needs to.
Yeah, they need to look into that.
But I guess if it's a state thing, I don't know how that would work.
The
autopsy report, of course, buried, but that's a different topic altogether. And Derek Chauvin continues to rot and get it almost killed in prison.
But I mean, the E. Jean Carroll thing was so insane, and so ridiculous, and the evidence was contradictory to everything she had to say, and yet somehow she won anyway. And what was it, an $83 million verdict?
Yeah, I think that was the first one. It may have come down some in the end when they finally ended the whole thing. It may have come down from that, but it was an outrageous amount.
It was. It was
an outrageous amount.
Insane.
It's just insane. I mean, absolutely insane. And we know that when you go into Bergdorf Goodman's, no one ever comes. There's no one around ever that works there,
right,
to help you, because that's all they do. Is they have Bergdorf Goodman do people there to help you, because they want to make sales and they want you to be happy. But no, not that day.
Not that day. Nobody's there.
No one was around. Okay.
And no customers either to hear a ruckus in the changing room like that. Okay,
Right.
you're in the dressing room raping someone, and it's complete silence that nobody notices and says, "Hey, what's going on in there? Hello, somebody need help? Are you okay? Come on!"
Right.
It was so preposterous, and the preposterousness of it all just goes on and on and on and on. It's one thing after another, and she's one of the weirder people who's
absolutely
ever been discussed on national radio and television.
Ever. I'm waiting for Grok to do its thing for me here. But that one you said is the $5 million, I think, right? The $5 that's that appeal. There's two separate appeals happening.
Okay.
And that one you're talking about, I believe, is the $5 million one. The $83 million one is a separate petition by Trump to the Supreme Court. So I think that went. Oh my gosh, what a mess!
Yeah, it's a mess.
This is.
I mean, hopefully the Supreme Court will take this up.
So it doesn't sound like she's gotten
slap it down.
any money yet because of all the appeals.
Good.
Yeah, that's what it.
Yeah, she doesn't deserve a dime.
No.
Not even a penny should she get from him.
Wait, she's got trees to paint or something out in her yard, right?
Yes.
In fact, she should pay for all the law and attorneys that Trump has had to get.
Well, that would be a nice supplement to laws in general. Is that if you lose one of these frivolous lawsuits, you get to pay for all the attorney fees. And good luck doing that.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Another indication of global warming. Jeez, they might get snow in South Florida this weekend.
Awesome.
So, that darn global... Stop driving your car, would you please? And anybody who's still using, fossil fuel for energy of any kind, heating your home, driving your car...
Part of the problem.
You are. You are the problem.
Because it's never happened before.
Never.
It's never happened before.
There's never been snow. And you know what? It's because of the heat that the cold has come. A surge
Except
of...
it has happened before.
It has. But
so it has. I mean, I've seen snow and ice on Madeira Beach, Florida. That was a long time ago.
When was that?
In the 80s.
Is that near Tampa?
Wait, be more
Madeira
specific.
Beach. Yeah, that's Tampa Bay.
Okay.
For you need to be more specific. Was it the 1980s or the 1880s when you saw that?
This particular time was the 1980s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second.
All right.
And it had nothing to do with my age either, so it's all good.
But there is a surge of Arctic cold air that's set to sweep into Florida this weekend, bringing with it extremely rare opportunities for snowfall across the Gulf Coast. Portions of the state from the Florida Panhandle southward to the Fort Myers, Naples region.
Yeah, that's
Stand a
that's
chance
down
of
quite a
snowflakes.
ways.
Yeah,
That's farther south than the Madeira Beach that I lived on at the time.
I mean, it's South Florida, right? What you're talking about, Central Florida. This is South Florida.
Yeah.
Snow.
The West Coast, right? The West Coast of the Gulf of America. Almost called it Mexico. Sorry.
Wow.
I know.
Why would
I didn't,
you
though.
dead
I
name
didn't.
it?
I didn't. I know.
Yeah,
I know. I caught myself.
Don't do that. We actually have another treat for you because we do have another unhinged liberal celebrity. These are fun. Actor John Leguizamo this time.
Oh, gosh, again.
Yeah.
He needs to go away.
He's dangerous now.
He really is.
He's got a little message for the communist agitators in America. Cut 19.
Fund state-level resistance infrastructure. Don't just send postcards, send resources. Channel DNC funds into rapid response teams, legal defense coalitions, sanctuary networks, and digital security training. If the federal government is hijacked, build power underneath it. If the laws become tools of oppression, help people resist them legally, locally, and boldly. This is not campaign season. This is an authoritarian purge. Stop campaigning. Act like this is the end of democracy, because it is. We will remember the warriors come primaries. Fighting this regime should be your marketing strategy. And let's be clear, the reason the other side always seems 3 steps ahead is because they are. They're prepared for this. They infiltrated school boards, courts, local legislatures, and police unions. They built the machine while you wrote press releases. We're reacting.
Wow.
They've been executing a plan for years. It's time to shift from panic to blueprint.
Gotta be kidding me.
You should already be working with strategists and military minds on Project 2029, a coordinated long-term plan to build this country when the smoke clears. You should be publicly laying out the laws and amendments you'll pass to ensure this never happens again, the systems you'll tear down and the safeguards you'll enshrine, the plan to hold perpetrators of human atrocities accountable, the urgent commitment to immediately bring home those sold into slavery in El Salvador. You say you're the party of the people? Then show the people the plan.
What did he type into AI to get that particular speech?
I don't know.
Yeah, and give me a revolutionary leftist rant that I could spew out
They've
my
been organized
mouth.
for years. I mean, boy,
I just thought you were going to play where he said he told.
Well, that's coming.
That's coming. We got that too.
Okay, yeah.
But I want to go back.
I hadn't seen this.
Let's go back to that. Where is he? Is he in the back of an RV? So he's got somebody driving him down the road. He's got a bed behind him and a skylight. And by the way, the price tag on the underbill of your cap, that is irritating me. Take that sticker off, man.
Is that the new thing? You
don't-
keep the price tag on
Well,
it?
it's like residue, though. It's not even the tag.
Oh, yeah.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Sometimes they don't come off.
He's an unhinged liberal moron.
Yeah,
Leave him alone.
Sometimes they don't come off on the underbelly of your hat.
But he's
Leave
just
him
like you, Democratic communist agitator, because he's got somebody driving him around the country while he hangs out in the back of his RV.
Jeez.
This guy.
Here's a little bit more of what he had to say.
If you follow ICE, unfollow me, don't come to my shows, and don't watch my movies.
Done.
Okay.
Right.
Done and done.
There you go.
I've been following that edict since even before he said it. So,
and he took his hat off, so you're good. Yeah, he was sick of seeing it too. I saw where another Giancarlo Esposito, and he's one of those actors that you know him if you see him. Oh yeah, him. He's talking about revolution as well. I mean, they're all spewing this.
Really dangerous. This is
very dangerous.
Scary time.
All spewing it though. You know, they're all at Sundance, so they all get together and have to out spew each other, and they're doing it.
Is that in Colorado this year, or is it?
Yeah, no, I think
still in
this
Utah.
This is the last year
for
of
Utah. Okay.
Yeah,
on the Robert Redford property. That's great.
Yeah.
Spew each other.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
Yep.
Well, it's always fun when they take time off from raping each other to try to outspew each other. That's great. That's perfect. I mean, these buffoons are really hard to take right now because they're just throwing fuel on the fire.
Yes, they are.
I mean, something is going to snap here soon. You can feel it. If they don't back off this rhetoric about Nazis and Gestapo and how ICE is kidnapping people and murdering them.
Revolution. They can't stop us all.
They even tried to blame a death in ICE custody from 2023 on Donald Trump. Senate Democrats, as they try to rehabilitate themselves, they brought up this 3-year-old tragedy to mobilize more opposition to Donald Trump. Yesterday, Democrats on the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee shared a picture of 8-year-old illegal alien Anadith Dene Reyes Alvarez.
over.
You should limit yourself to. I mean, if you need to name all your names, just one middle name. Just one.
You can name them as long as you want. You're okay with that.
But they said she died in government custody. She had sickle cell anemia and congenital heart disease, but couldn't access timely and adequate medical care. We need to reform immigration detention under Donald Trump. Yeah, this happened in 2023. Yes, you're right that Donald Trump didn't do anything about it. He wasn't in office.
Right.
Jeez. I mean, it's pathetic. It's pathetic.
Plus, are we expected to offer full unwarranted health care to everyone for free? I mean, this kid has an illness. It's bad and terrible, and I don't wish it on anyone.
No, but
are we supposed to? Did the parents just throw this 8-named kid into the back of a truck and take her to the U.S., hoping that would happen?
No, they probably walked. They didn't have a truck, so they probably walked here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so they walked across the border, and they expect us to just pay for the health care.
That's correct.
You got it.
That's correct.
That's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, it sinks into your thick skull. It's about time.
Jeffy mentioned how the Hollywood leftists are trying to outspew each other on ICE and Trump and stuff. You got Molly Ringwald saying, quote, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You should not support what's going on. You're going to be seen as a collaborationist. So they're going to come for us once they get the power again.
Plus, that video of her shows her mouth off. Something's happened with the cuts.
It wasn't just me. Right. Something's off. Right. I saw that as well. You've got the librarian in West Virginia arrested after allegedly trying to recruit people on TikTok to kill the president. And I love when people get their comeuppance because it's so rare. The state of Florida revoked that nurse who called for, she wanted those horrific injuries to happen to Caroline Leavitt in childbirth. The state of Florida stepping up between the attorney general, I believe it was, and the surgeon general have revoked her nursing license.
Got the axe too, right?
What now?
The other nurse got the axe too.
Ohio, yep. That one was another one. It's just the...
Yeah, she was encouraging people to inject ice with a paralytic that paralyzes them. Thus the name paralytic.
Paralytic.
Oh, that's separate from what I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about another nurse that wanted bad things to happen to Caroline
I think
Leavitt.
they've both been fired.
And so you're saying that they wanted to inject ice agents?
She was recommending ways to fight the oppression or whatever, and one of them was to inject them with a paralytic when they're not looking. So you carry a needle around with you and then just inject the first ice agent you see. It's crazy.
How do you share a country with these people?
I don't know. It's difficult.
The Democrat Party is the largest criminal operation maybe in world history.
They're insane.
From the fraud of the funding to the stealing elections to the wanting death for our elected officials and others. I mean, this is...
the Marxist rhetoric.
We are on the brink, bro.
Yeah, really. Well, if you want to get your mind off of it, I've got a great way, and that's Kexi cookies. All right, just sit down and have yourself a really delicious cookie. Our Valentine's Day box, told you yesterday, it's going fast. Yeah, it's officially sold out, but we still have plenty of cookies your Valentine is going to absolutely love in our standard boxes. One of my favorites is the hot chocolate cookie. It's made with our in-house marshmallow cream. Jackie makes that herself. It's finished with a luscious layer of chocolate, the kind of cookie you cozy up with and immediately want to order more. Here's what Rose said about it. We're completely hooked on Kexi cookies. We've placed multiple orders, shared them with friends and family, and now coworkers are obsessed too. Easily the best cookies we've ever had. Thank you, Rose. Appreciate that. To get yours, including the hot chocolate and many other incredible flavors, we have the sugar lemon available again. If that's one that you have ever tried in the past, it will become a favorite. Go to Kexi.com to get yours. Kexi, Kexi.com.
Now, more of Pat Gray Unleashed.
Well, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell once again announced that there will be no decrease in interest rates. Yeah, here's what he said.
My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. The U.S. economy expanded at a solid pace last year and is coming into 2026 on a firm footing.
Wait, what?
While job gains have remained low, the unemployment rate has shown some signs of stabilization, and inflation remains somewhat elevated. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy rate unchanged. Having lowered our policy rate by 75 basis points over the course of our previous
Pause
three
it for
meetings.
a sec. So he keeps the interest rate unchanged. Put that back up on the screen, if you would. At a range between 3.5% and 3.75%. What loan gives you 3.5%? Because the mortgage rate is at least 6% right now.
15-year fixed?
Is that what that is?
I mean,
I don't know. That's amazing.
I don't know.
So that's better than it has been, certainly, but 6% still too high.
Wait, this is the guy, hold on, that was telling us all last year that the Trump tariffs were causing problems with the economy and the uncertainty in the future, and now he just said that the economy's on a firm footing.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
And that it has been last year. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was the excuse he used to keep the interest rates high before.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Weird. It's very weird.
When's this guy up?
Really weird.
He's done in May.
I think
right?
May, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're talking, I know they talk, I know I saw a story where J.P. Morgan Chase's chief U.S. economy said that fears of a collapsing labor force, which would have supported the case for a cut, no longer loom large. Okay, well, I mean, I've got a list of places that are laying off people. I mean, UPS is cutting another 30,000 jobs. Home Depot laid off 800 people. Nike laid off 800 people, which doesn't seem like a lot for those two corporations, but they're still laying off people. Amazon just announced it's laying off another 16,000 workers. Pinterest is laying off people. And so, I realize you believe that we're on a
solid footing,
and there's no collapsing labor force, but it certainly doesn't come across that way.
I do think, isn't the GDP up 4% or something? It's on a 4% increase, 4 to 5%. I mean, that's a lot. So, I mean, that part of the economy is rolling along pretty nicely.
And can we finish this clip from Powell? Because he says something again at the end that I just don't. We heard it in yesterday's show, too.
Three meetings, we see the current stance of monetary policy as appropriate to promote progress toward both our maximum employment and 2% inflation goals.
2% inflation goals. Yeah. I'm tired of the goal being inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Utah Jazz when I was living in Salt Lake City in the 80s. Their goal every year during the early and mid 80s was 500. They wanted to finish at 500. That was their stated goal.
Wait, I thought the NBA title would be your goal.
You would think so, right?
You'd think that, yeah.
You would think an undefeated season would be your goal, but not. Yeah, we want to finish 41 and 41 this year.
Hang on.
Wait, what?
Hold on a second. Hold on. In defense of the 1980s Utah Jazz, this 2026 Nebraska Cornhusker fan looking at next year's schedule and knowing our team, 7 wins probably our goal for this year. I can understand that mindset to a degree.
Yeah, but he's not thinking that. I mean, he's definitely not. You're not telling your team that.
Yeah.
The coach isn't saying that.
Yeah, don't say it publicly.
Right.
Our goal is absolute mediocrity.
You know what?
That's our goal this year.
And that'll get you in the playoffs in the NBA.
Yeah, it will.
Please give us more money. Please give us more money. And we need some more NIL money. And we need some more investment in our stadiums. And we need it from you in particular, because we're going to be great at 500 this year.
Well, we're not going to be great, but we are going to be mediocre.
We're going to try.
I don't know,
we're going to try.
75 feels pretty good right now.
Good as we can be at 500. So continue supporting us.
All right, back to the problems at hand. Tim Burchett talked about government waste. Yeah. Wasting $1 trillion. Check this out.
He's on with Benny Johnson yesterday, but I want you to just hear what he just kind of slips it in there, how much fraud he wants to eliminate. and I hope he sticks to his word is what he's going to do if he can't.
I am a subcommittee of the full committee, and so I don't
on Doge
have the power that people think I do. All I can do is expose it. But as a congressman and as a and that's
what they fear the most. They fear the microphone and they fear exposing it. You have millions of followers, right?
And that's what I'm fixing to do. And I will tell you this. I'll promise you this, Benny. If one of our chairmen jerks me around, I will embarrass them publicly because I don't care anymore. I will call them out by name. I will be outside their office and I will video it. I'm dealing with a situation right now with the chairman. And if I don't get some satisfaction out of that, if he does not move the legislation that I've brought to them, they've already started that. The staff member said, "Well, it's sort of there, but I said I want it in the law because the next president can come and erase it or ignore it because some bureaucrat." And I'm going to bring that to you as soon as I get that, and that will be the first domino to fall, and I will expose it all to you, and then we'll see what happens because I think we're gonna start turning some stones over. We'll make a lot of people uncomfortable. When you start talking about $1 trillion in duplication and waste, yeah, that's where the corruption lies because nobody's paying attention. You have unelected bureaucrats doing what we as elected officials don't have the guts and the wherewithal to do, and that's very unfortunate. And I'm frustrated like you, but I'm just going to raise hell about it because I've figured out I'm not going through our conference anymore. I'm going to go straight to the public because that's what the social media is about. That's the one thing they can't control yet. And yet we bow and scrape to these folks. And we pat I was in the meeting the other day and I said, y'all are going to throw your shoulders out by patting yourselves on the back for all the garbage that we loaded up these bills with. We're better than the Democrats. But not by a whole lot. Not by a whole lot. If you saw some of the gutless funding that's in some of these bills, the transgender stuff that's still in there, the other stuff that we allowed to be in there for no other reason than we don't have the guts to call it out. And we're tired of fighting. And if you're tired of fighting, you need to get your ass home and sit on the couch and let somebody else do it.
It's great.
This, I fear, is going to go down these 2 years as the biggest lost opportunity for conservatives.
Yeah.
I mean, you had it all right there because you're not codifying any of this stuff that Trump's doing. It's madness, man.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
And if there's a $1 trillion in waste and fraud and duplicate spending, no wonder we have this going on.
Americans have been funding the following: $5.5 million to LGBTQ advocacy in Uganda. $800,000 for transgender people, sex workers, and their clients in Nepal.
All right.
$3.6 for LGBT.
How does he expect people to get their sex worker in Nepal?
Thank you.
If they're not funded, you're not going to be able to. When I'm climbing Mount Everest, the first thing you want to do is find a good sex worker, right?
Oh, that's actually
who's with me? I know you're with me.
Yeah, thank you.
Q activism, free training in pastry cooking, psychosocial counseling, a cyber cafe, and the dance focus groups for male prostitutes in Haiti. And $1.1 million to produce gender transformation in diverse social and behavior change report, which advocates again, quote, gender blindness.
Gender blind. Okay, right.
Yeah.
You can't make that stuff up. I mean, if you made it up, it would just sound stupid. That's actual fact of some of the cuts that Doge was trying to make. And wow, Tim Burchett is talking about $1 trillion worth. Wow. And we still have some of the transgender stuff loaded up in it. It's inexcusable. Yes. It's unacceptable.
Absolutely.
And yet we've been accepting it from our politicians for, 50 years? 100 years?
Oh, yeah,
more?
At least.
It's crazy. Wow. Speaking of crazy, Fulton County, Georgia election office
it's interesting.
Was raided. And this is interesting. Check out this little clip here.
This is a satellite office for the Fulton County Elections Office. The FBI Atlanta press office confirming this, not giving many details, saying that the FBI is executing a court-authorized law enforcement action. No other details at this time, but we do know via sources a judge signed off on this warrant, allowing these agents, as you see them, enter this building to take items from the inside. Now, we're told that this is a sealed matter before the court, meaning details are now limited. Now, agents are looking at documents, phones, computers. We are told via multiple sources this is related to the 2020 presidential election. Now, we don't know specifically what agents are taking to the FBI lab, items that may eventually become part of a federal case.
Wow. That equipment they were taking in, what are they doing? I guess unlocking safes and file cabinets?
Something, yeah.
Just breaking them? Yeah.
So there was an official with Fulton County who was in that office who discussed the raid and said that they had some technicality on the warrant, and then they had to go back and fix it and come back. And I'm just concerned that Fulton County, in that I don't know how much time passed from the first warrant being served to coming back with the corrected one, were they able to get rid of stuff, destroy stuff? That's what I'm concerned of. And I'm also wondering if Nicolas Maduro is in prison saying, you need to go to Atlanta. You need to go to Fulton County. I don't know. Like, what new information did they get? And is there any connection to him being in custody? Because you remember the president reference? Yeah, we're learning some stuff about that.
Right.
2020 from Maduro.
Interesting.
It's very interesting, dude.
Where's all the people with their whistles and horn honking? Why?
Right.
There was a law enforcement action going on, and nobody protesting it there? Weird. All right, we've got overtime coming up, and then we'll finish off the week with you tomorrow morning.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.